Good evening, my fellow Facebookers. This is my first opportunity to try a online podcast, so bear with me. But I just want to talk about some news of the day, and you guys can respond as you want. But first up, we got Miss Holly Berry, Oscar winner and Oscar-winning actress, who says that there's slow progress in Hollywood when it comes to diversity. Now, I think she's talking about black people not winning enough Oscars or being nominated. I'm not sure which. But she's right. There isn't a lot of diversity in Hollywood because, as I think the statistics show, there are about 75% of the people in America claiming to be Christian. But how many Christian actors do you know have won an Oscar in the last 20 years? Or how many Christian themed movies have been made by Hollywood that ranks up in the 75% range? That's a question to ask yourself. And your friends who try to regurgitate the diversity angle about black people in Hollywood or Mexican people or whatever minority group they're trying to go after that's racially based to say Hollywood is racist. Hollywood isn't racist. They're anti-God. And if they want to be diverse, then they should be showing what the majority of this people in this country claim to be, which is Christian. So we should see more Christian movies, more Christian actors, more Christian directors, more Christian producers, more Christian movie studios. But we don't. So if diversity is really what they're complaining about, then the black people should get on the religious bandwagon because there's only like 20% of them in America versus the 75% of Christians supposedly in America. So we should start with the number that actually is bigger, not smaller, before we start talking about diversity. That's just my opinion. I think God cares about quality, not quantity. And the Oscars are subjective. So if they didn't like you, they're not going to nominate you. Doesn't matter if you think you did a great performance, you shouldn't get nominated because you're black. That's my opinion. I think you should get nominated because I liked the acting you did in the movie. That's why you should get nominated, not based on your skin color. Just my thoughts of the day. Now let's turn to a bigger issue in America, which we just had the Iowa caucuses, and Hillary Clinton was running against socialist, Marxist Bernie Sanders, who's offering free college tuition to people, which I don't know who's going to pay for the free college tuition. I'm assuming it's the people who don't want to pay for the college tuition. But anyway, the race in Iowa was about a 50-50 split between Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders. Now, I'm not so much concerned about the 50-50 split as I am about the people who voted for Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders, 9 out of 10 adults between the ages of 30 and 18 years old, 90% of them voted for Bernie Sanders. What are we doing? Our kids are voting for a socialist that is anti-Constitution, anti-American, anti-democracy, anti-republic. Why are our kids in a high number voting for a socialist? We aren't doing our jobs. 90% under 30. Just think about that. 90% under 30 are voting for China. Socialist China. Yeah, that's what they're doing. Is that the kind of country we want in 20 years? Is a socialist America? I hope not. Well, that's my first podcast. Hey, talk about it if you want. But keep in mind, God gets the glory. Because whether it's socialist, capitalist, Marxist, or communist, in the end, Jesus wins. And so We just need to be diligent about preaching truth, telling the truth, and living the truth. Hope you have a great night.